Creek Golf Club so proudly present third round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational.
CBC North.
Always some extra excitement when you get to the first major championship of the year, and here we are. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo. We're at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada for the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Partner, this is a big one.
It certainly is, Rich, and being the first major of the year, you know the players are going to be a little bit more nervous. Anticipations of a great year are going to start right here this week at Wolf Creek. And you're going to have to make all those adjustments out there. Is your game ready? Can you adjust for the changes in elevation? And do you have the confidence to go all the way and pick up the first major championship of the year?
We're ready to go. Off to the first hole. Warm-ups are done. First two rounds in the book. And Frank, this is where careers are made, on the weekends at these kinds of championships.
This is also what you hope for too in professional golf. You know you've got your good stuff. We've seen that through the first 2 days. Put yourself in a great position. Just 36 holes to go. You're looking at that first hole and what the weekend might unfold. That's the beauty of this game.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. So a tester from 4 feet. And Frank, this is just an absolute bludgeoning right now. An eagle, and the lead widens. Ready to tee off here at the second hole. Quite a view from up here, Frank.
Once again, big elevated tee. It's hard to imagine you have a tee that high up, but that'll shorten that 445 yards. Obviously, it's a dog leg left. You've got to be careful if you hit driver and 2 straight, because then you can run out. A nice tee shot in the middle there, and then you've got a relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green, obviously going a little bit back up the hill. And once again, a little bit like that opening hole, sort of different tiers on that green, try and make sure that you're on the right one.
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Good swing, good shot yet again. Frankie's knocking them down and picking them up.
Oh, it's just taking pins out, one after the other.
Getting set now over the putt. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. He has this attempt for par. That is a solid par putt. Frank, 227 yards from the back tee here at the par 3 third. This is all you want.
Oh, that's for sure. Plays a little longer than that too by virtue of playing uphill. Thin air might negate some of that. There's going to be a good shot just to keep the ball on the green. One of the smaller greens here.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Back to the tee here at Wolf Creek. A lot of sand along the right side of this fairway leading up to the green, Frank.
Yeah, I can't even count how many bunkers they got down that right side. It's easy to see where not to go. So obviously you want to get that ball up on that left side. And then really it's just a short pitch across. Yeah, this hole's only 383 yards. It won't even really play its distance. But, of course, you've got to be careful. It's not long, but fairway first once again here. You can see all the problems around there if you do miss this fairway.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
How about this hole, Frank? Par 5, fifth.
If you stand on this tee for the first time, you've got virtually no idea where you've got to aim. Do you aim it left of those bunkers? Do you aim it over the sort of the canyon? Really, the answer is how far do you hit it, because that is going to determine the line that you hit it on. Avoid the water, that little stream, but you can always have a drink on the way if you want to, I guess. Second shot plays uphill, but this is a relatively short par 5, so very reachable. But you've got to see, you've got to flight that second shot. You want to make sure that ball's coming in nice and high to this green that's perched up. Oh, he is winding this one up. Doesn't have the power, though.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Frank, what do we have with this approach here to the par 5?
A good tee shot across that stream there is going to leave an uphill second shot, and this green is raised in the front, very narrow between those two bunkers. It's going to take something rather special to carry the ball up high enough and land it soft enough to keep it on this par 5 and 2.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Drops it in for birdie. Here at the 6th, 447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole, too, for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290-yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg right, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well-defined, so you know where not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill to a green, once again, that's anything other than flat. It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Pure strike, good result.
Right, and that is close.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Well, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Now on to the par 4 7th hole. Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and that's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, and that's something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up, just past those those bunkers on the right and the left. Get it down there on the flat. A little pitch, you would think is simple, but because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat lie, and that's going to make that second shot that much harder.
Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard, and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long, too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, well, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
That is a solid par putt right there. Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter, too. They can really take advantage of this. The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards to get over it. And longer hitters could nearly drive it in the green side bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You're playing desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here. Chance, too, have a little birdie at the end of your front nine.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. What a shot. Perfectly placed right next to the hole. So they'll tap in.
How did that not go in?
Well read.
Beginning the back nine here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us about the 10th hole.
Got to be careful here, Rich. That desert ridge on that right side, it sort of makes that fairway look smaller than exactly what it is. This fairway is about the same width as all the others, so just convince yourself that. Good drive down here is going to give you a second shot, a little bit uphill, and to a green that sort of slopes away on about a 45-degree angle.
John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. On to the 11th hole. We're looking downhill, 215 yards to the green.
And this is one of the holes that you realize you're at Wolf Creek. You would never see this hole anywhere else in the world. It's amazing when you stand on this tee. You see all of the canyons around, but there is a little green area down there surrounded by a couple of bunkers. It's a great-looking par 3. It measures 215 yards. Very playable, and you never know, today might be the day where you make birdie.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. Let's putt for birdie. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Par 5, 12th, and Frank, another reminder that Wolf Creek can really be intimidating.
It can. Water down the left. They'll take a huge dent off your scorecard. A lot of fairway down the right. Somehow find that. This par 5 can be reachable in 2. There's still trouble to the right of this green if you get a little bit cavalier. This, without doubt, the longest green on the golf course. It's 55 yards from front to back.
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Getting set now over the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
13th hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what, I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, well, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it.
What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see two par 5s back to back. So the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. And he has it for birdie. Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards, and what a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's where you've got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
What a tremendous display of power and precision. Frank, straight uphill with this approach shot, what do you have to factor in terms of club selection and setup over the ball?
Well, you're going to have to take at least an extra club to make up for that added elevation. And also, it's tougher to get onto that front foot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good-looking birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Right in the heart. Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down on those bunkers because they're, well, a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aiming at the flag?
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. From a short par 3 to a short par 4. Just 393 yards here at the 16th, Frank.
And when you stand on this tee, this hole looks anything other than straight. Goes to the left and comes back to the right. But if you can just fixate at the green in the distance, you're actually going to look like a relatively straight par 4. And that's the way the hole should be played. Look at those first 2 bunkers that you see and just try and split those. Good tee shot here and nothing more than a wedge left into this green. Simplify it. That's the key.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. You always like that. Count it as a birdie. Frank, you licking your chops here at the par 5 17th hole?
Oh, why not? A chance to reach a par 5 and 2, but there's still pitfalls in front of you. A little creek or stream runs across the fairway. So really limiting the distance you can hit that tee shot, but it's still reachable from just short of that creek. Find trouble off the tee, then obviously you turn it into a 3-shotter. But a good tee shot, and it's too tempting to resist not going for this green.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, hole shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
this is looking really good. Had a birdie here yesterday in their close. Great opportunity for another one. Huge chance to climb the leaderboard. A putt for eagle. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, it always seems to come down to this. Your work on the putting green.
And there's so many things to consider, but first and foremost, speed. If you hit a putt firm, it's going to take less break. You hit it soft, it's going to take more break.
Tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a line like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
So the final approach shot here at Wolf Creek Golf Club, Frank, you want to make it a good one.
A good drive, just a short wedge in here. Everything slopes back towards the player. Relatively skinny green that sort of does slope left to right. You judge that pitch shot. Ideally, you'd like to hit it in a little low. Try and bounce it towards the flag. Maybe with a little bit of spin on the tail end of it. Get the crowd happy.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot. A good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
CPT Naruto over and out. Also, shout out to the Washington D.C. Nationals winning the 2019 World Series, the first World Series of all time, and they won it. And today's October 31st, 2019. George Happy Halloween, and I think they won their first one in franchise history. So yeah, it's amazing. Also, it's been an amazing month, October. Oh yeah, and I think they won it October 30th, 2019, October 31st, 2019. That crossed over. Anyways. It's been an amazing month in October 2019. Death month of the year. Just amazing. Last day of the death month of the year today in 2019, and just amazing. Amazing, starting and pretty fresh, and about to go into November tomorrow. The next day, November 1st, 2019. In a few hours, and it's gonna be exciting also. So prepare for that. I'm always ready. And, and yeah, 11th of the year is going to be exciting. Too much wait for 2020. Alright. And then 1 month away from December also, of course, which is the last month of the year. And that's also very exciting and amazing also. With everything, with Christmas and all that, New Year's Eve, everything. And of course, New Year's Day on January 1st, 2020, just like January 1st, 2019. So yeah. So yes, all exciting all around, and yeah. Alright. With all that being said, CPT Naruto over and out.